Friday, USC's top pair, Kelly Clays and Sarah Hughes, took the pairs title. Today, USC tries to go for it all with the team title. Next. The team title is on the line. The first ever Pac-12 team championship is next. And the University of Arizona has played their way into the title match, facing USC for the first time this season. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside three-time Olympian Holly McPeak. And Holly, we started this day by saying Arizona had to have a good showing today. That was an understatement compared to what they've done.
Wow, they stepped up big time with some big victories. They had to battle against Washington. It wasn't that easy, but the win over UCLA, fantastic. All their teams really stepped up the level.
Yeah, this is the first time the Pac-12 is going to crown a team champion. USC, the defending AVCA national champion. What does it take to beat a team like USC?
Well, you have to play very aggressive. One, serve aggressive. Take them out of their offense. They're big, they're physical, they've got experience. But if you can serve aggressive, take them out of their comfort zone, you can create some scoring opportunities.
Yeah, and the format for this championship, a little bit different than what you've seen on our other matches on Pac-12 Network. It's a staggered start.
Well, it'll be nice because there's a 15-minute staggered start. We can focus on one match, and then the next one will start. I like that.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to start with the 5s, go to the 4s, and then the 1s. If necessary, we keep going. If it's 1 in 3 matches, then that'll take it. But I tell you what, as you look at, for example, that pair, Klespies and Devlin of Arizona. Klespies was on fire in the earlier matchup.
Haley Devlin, Mackenzie Klespies down at the end of the second set when UCLA had won the first, came back, won the second set, and then battled back at the end of the third set to beat UCLA at an important point. They were very good against UCLA.
Yeah, they're going to be facing USC's pair that they call Zojo. Zoe Nightingale and Joe Kremer. And Anna Collier has told us earlier in the year they're a little too chill. They need to get a little more intense. Well, they have certainly done that during the season. And Zoe Nightingale at the net is a threat.
Well, I feel like as a team, they've really gelled. Their chemistry is great. Zoe Nightingale has improved her all-around beach volleyball IQ and is doing some really beachy things, dropping off the net, digging, passing better. So this is going to be a great matchup.
Meanwhile, in the earlier match, we saw the teams play keep away from Klespies. We'll see how it's approached by USC. Kremer puts the first ball away.
When you've got a retreating blocker like Devlin, you go aggressive at them. You can't just shoot it at them. Joe Kramer goes up and hammers that ball for USC.
One senior.
Klespies, no one on the net, uses the tape.
USC going at Klespies to start the match. It'll be interesting because Zoe Nightingale matches up well at the net with the bigger Devlin if they want to play against more of a hitter.
Kremer, again, first ball, goes down the line. And again, Klespies just finding sand.
Klespies digging that over line that for Joe Kramer was working all morning, and then with the cross-court kill and the put away.
Going after Kremer again. The block is down the line. Cross-court, a little bit of a snap.
Net violation on Joe Kremer called on that tight set. Point goes to Arizona. You'll see she ends up a little tight with her body touching the net.
To the Wildcats. Haley Devlin back to serve.
Zoe Nightingale, beautiful set. And Kremer rewards it with a kill.
Kremer's passing the ball up to the net, allowing Zoe Nightingale to give her a really good set. Joe Kremer can see the whole court and put it away.
Wildcats 3. And over to Joy 2 with Zoe Nightingale back to serve.
Zoe Nightingale back to serve. Goes at Klespies. And this is a mismatch in height, but Klespies so good in the sand.
Klespies shoots the ball high, fast. She can hit the ball as well. I feel like USC might have better luck the other way.
Well, certainly that's why UCLA did was they stayed away from Klespies after a while. We'll see what happens. The game plan clear, though. Going at Kremer time and time again.
That ball turned too wide down the line. We talked about earlier, Jo Kremer likes to go line. That's her second attempt, but that one out of bounds. She's got to mix it up and stay aggressive. But the difference between this USC team and the team that Arizona just beat in UCLA, they've got Zoe Nightingale at the net. So that's a big blocking presence for USC.
Yeah, Zoe Nightingale has come a long way in a short period of time in terms of her beach game, has she not, Holly? She was a star indoor, but she's only been playing in the sand for a few years.
Absolutely. She's a fantastic athlete, but really matured a lot as a beach player this year. That time, Haley Devlin with a big block at the net. Arizona rolling off to a good start.
Only her second year of collegiate sand. She played her first year of collegiate sand at UCLA, where she was finishing her indoor career, and then transferred over to USC and has been so critical to USC's success this season.
Few unforced errors by Jo Kremer. Arizona coming off a win. They're warm, and USC has been sitting since their match this morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah, 4-0 run for the Sandcats of Arizona. Klespies digs.
You got it. Highlight. Come on. Sorry. Right here, big flag. Line.
Kremer, high line.
There's the well-executed line shot. USC needs to start getting into their game defensively.
Kremer back to serve. And she goes at Klespies.
You got it. Highlight. Come on. Yeah!
Zoe Nightingale on the block. That's home for her.
Well, there's the matchup you want. The smaller Klespies trying to beat Zoe Nightingale at the net. Zoe Nightingale says no line here.
We've seen enough of Klespies, though, to know that she's just measured Nightingale's length. We'll see if she tries to go over her next time.
That ball serves long.
Back to serve.
Devlin back at the net for Arizona.
Pressure stays on Kremer. Klespies picks it up. Oh, what a pokey.
Nobody.
Nightingale keeping her head about her on that serve. That set, excuse me.
Absolutely, and Jo Kremer with the short roll shot that drops over the tape. I'd love to see Jo Kremer dig that ball with her left hand, but she controls it anyways.
Arizona with a 3-point lead. Klespies puts up a hittable ball over the shoulder. Nightingale getting a first chance to hammer off the shoulder of Klespies.
And there USC gets a look at Haley Devlin offensively, drops off the net and digs her. And then Zoe Nightingale, this ball set inside, but Zoe goes up and hammers that cross court.
After an early run by Arizona, USC answers with a 4-1 run of their own. Nightingale won a national title indoor in her freshman year with the Bruins. And that's what Klespies likes.
Exactly. I'm surprised USC hasn't tested Devlin yet. Mackenzie Klespies, showing she's pretty solid in her side-out game.
Devlin tries to chop at it. Kremer stops it on the block. Nightingale passes, going to eat up the opportunity to hit. And she does.
Good dig by Zoe Nightingale. And in transition, she is tough to stop at 6'3". Goes up and from the middle of the court. This is what she likes, that hard cutback.
Klespies, Nightingale up there, uses the hands.
Zoe Nightingale's push on the block a little bit late, and that's why that ball squeaks through her block. She needs to just make one move over the net, seal it so the hitter can't squeak that ball inside.
Nightingale on the chase, another hittable ball though. Kremer, smart off the fingertips.
Good run by Zoe Nightingale to keep it alive, and Jo Kremer's got a fantastic hand. Her favorite shot though down the line continues to work.
Nightingale and Kremer closing the gap now within 2 points. Now they're testing Devlin.
No way! Go, Zoe!
Intentional or not. Nightingale, nice dig. Klespie's digs, no one on the net, but it's a tight set. She loves it.
Klespie's in transition, able to dig it, save a point, and put it away from the left side for Arizona. Zoe Nightingale cannot put this ball away, but Mackenzie Klespie's can.
Klespie's is just finishing out her only year at Arizona. She transferred from James Madison. Nightingale brings heat.
We'll see if that was a serve meant for Devlin, if they're going to switch it up and go at Devlin, see how they match up defensively.
Devlin, the taller, longer player. Klespie's with a powerful arm. They do go at Devlin again, and it works out as an ace.
Jo Kremer puts a little pop on her jump float serve. Big point for USC.
UCLA's former star Zoe Nightingale brings heat for the Trojans.
You're watching Pac-12
and on Pac-12 Network.
USC cheering on their teammates as there's an ace serve from Jo Kremer.
Timely, her team right there supporting, firing her up. Jo Kremer comes up with the big ace.
Holly, you mentioned the strategy may be changing, and it has, as they're now serving Devlin. Maybe that's because Klespie's has all 6 of Arizona's kills in this set.
Anybody whose stats are charted this match would know Klespie's is pretty darn good offensively, and we know she plays fantastic D.
Little shot.
Good roll shot by Jo Kremer in front of the retreating blocker Devlin.
Devlin, a sophomore from San Diego, paired with Sarah Cyber last season for Arizona. Cyber has since moved to Pepperdine. He will be in Gulf Shores, no doubt. High line, and that's what we're talking about with Klespie's.
Klespie's feeling the block, feeling her presence, just going high and finding the open court. She's got a fantastic hand and a great feel for the game. Grew up in Pennsylvania, not a lot of beach experience, but so good at this game so far.
Yeah, her mom an All-American, an 84 and 88 Olympian, and Melissa McClendon. The genes in the family, you see it all the time.
Jo Kremer that time seeing the open court and the cross court.
Back to serve.
Tied up at 13 apiece in set number 1. Kremer trying to go down to Devlin and picks up the 3rd service error for USC.
Back and serve it in.
Right back at him. Thank you, Arizona, says USC. And on the side switch, 14-14 in this first set.
Anna Collier's team picked up the team championship, the ABCA national championship for both pairs and team last season. But this is the first Pac-12 championship. She's looking to fill up that trophy case.
For sure, and fill up her players with some confidence heading into the NCAA tournament next week.
Anna Collier has preached all season long, we want aggressive volleyball. It's up. Klespie's retreating Nightingale. She goes cross.
Amazing. No answer for Mackenzie Klespie's. Big opportunity on the first play by Devlin, but this time with the just chop cross court. 8 kills already for Klespie's.
Kremer takes a look, sees it. Devlin, the retreating player. You always talk about hitting her, and they did.
Devlin, if she stops, she can dig that ball, but just sticks out an arm, gets a touch, just can't control it for Arizona.
Clespy can make something out of anything.
Even on to Mackenzie Clespy. This is not an easy ball to put away. It's tight to the net. You've got Zoe Nightingale at the net, and you're able to squeak that through for Arizona.
Looking for the corner, a great eye by Joe Kremer as that ball goes just long.
I feel like Arizona came into this day like, hey, we have nothing to lose. Let's just go all out, play aggressive, and make things happen.
Well, to a degree, but at the same time, they had tons of pressure, right? Trying to say we could lose an opportunity for an at-large bid. They have grabbed it by the throat. A win over fourth-ranked UCLA.
Correct, but they haven't received the bid. That it's not an automatic, so I felt like they had to come out, play hard, and earn it.
Yeah, we'll see if they did. There are no guarantees. 3 from the West, 3 from the East will go to the national championship, and then there's 2 at-large bids.
USC touching balls defensively against Devlin that they weren't touching versus Clespy's.
Tied up again at 17.
California, 22, Mia Mason. Her partner is a 6'1" junior from Honolulu, Hawaii, 44.
And for Arizona, this also helps them in terms of their strength of schedule because they played against Georgia State, they played against LSU, they got those wins, but to have a win over UCLA, very important for them. Meanwhile, Kremer.
First time Clespy's cheated to that line shot. Kremer able to put it down.
The action starting on court 3 with the 4 pairs as well. April Bustamante and Jenna Belton. The USC will be playing Mia Mason and Calais Mao of Arizona.
Jenna Belton and April Bustamante, much more experience. Both have spent lots of time training on the beach compared to the younger team on the beach in terms of experience, Mason and Mao.
So now we've got 2 courts of action going on. The 1 pairs will start in a little bit, but all the attention right now is still focused on the end of set number 1 as we're tied up again. Kremer, Nightingale, Devlin, and Clespy's.
They're both tied at 18 with Devlin back to serve.
Nightingale, beautiful set to Kremer.
Kremer threads the needle. Clespy sprinting for that line ball. Watch number 15. Sprint for that line ball, but enough spin in to get that ball to drop for USC.
Serve is long, the gift received by the Wildcats.
4 missed serves for USC already in this set.
Clespy serving, tied up 19. Kremer with Devlin there, goes over her.
Well placed, Joe Kremer and Mackenzie Clespy's going back, forth. Right now, set point for USC.
Kremer back to serve at set point now for the eliminatory. Jenna Belton with the kill.
Nightingale at the net, an intimidating presence. Devlin goes up against her, turns it the other way.
Big time side out by Haley Devlin. Arizona proven they're solid. It was not a mistake that they won that match earlier today.
No, you know that we're going to go to extra points all along.
They switch sides on court 3, the eliminatory form.
Kremer, Pete, Clespy's going to get an opportunity with a retreating Nightingale. Goes long.
Wow. First hitting error for Mackenzie Clespy's we've seen. She's been so solid. Great dig opportunity for Arizona.
Arizona's going to take a time out and talk about it as Kremer and Nightingale sit at set point yet again. Let's take a look over on court number 3 with the 4s. USC with a 2-point lead. Bustamante and Belton over Mason and Mao. Mason pass, retreating blocker, and she unloads.
Good aggressive swing by Mia Mason, just a freshman. Came and joined the beach team in the fall. Boy, she is playing well for Arizona.
Bustamante passes, no one on the net. And so she puts it down.
Kalei now really struggling to serve the ball and get to the net to block, or for some reason she's deciding she can't. She should tell Mia Mason, who's big enough to stay at the net for that first play.
Timeout's over, meanwhile, on court number 2. When we return to action, it is set point for Kremer and Nightingale. Kletzby's beautiful back set to Devlin, and Arizona ties it up again.
What a battle, back and forth, been close the entire match.
Tied up at 21 apiece and a side switch.
Who can distance themselves at this point in the match? For USC, a big side out and a real point off defense would do it.
Mackenzie Kletzby serving on court 2.
Kletzby's service error.
Third service error, and again, USC gets the opportunity up 1.
Set point for Kremer and Nightingale. Kremer serving. Unbelievable. A dribbler will end the first set for SC.
That jump serve hit low on the tape and just creeped over. It was one of those balls that drops on the 1 foot line. Look how low it hits the top of the tape. For this ball to dribble over, a little bit of luck involved.
It counts as the third service ace of the set. When we come back, action continuing. The 5s will go, the 4s will go, and the 1s will get started.
How many gasolines clean better than Chevron with Techron?
.com/contact provider and request it. Catch all the action on Pac-12 Network.
The courts at Merle Norman Stadium have been abuzz with action all weekend long. Center court, teams warming up the 1, 2s, and 3s. Meanwhile, action on the outer courts continuing on court 2. The 5-pair of Kremer and Nightingale for USC took set number 1. But we're going to join the action on court 3, where the 4 pairs are still in set number 1. April Bustamante and Jenna Belton leading Mason and Mao of Arizona. Mason's pass, rock solid, no one on. Mao just plays above the net.
One of the toughest things about transitioning from the indoor to the beach is setting. And I feel like Kalei now just needs to lift Mia Mason's set a little bit more so she can get on top of that and beat the defense.
Bustamante goes high over Mao.
Well placed, but Arizona needs to put more service pressure to get Belton and Bustamante in trouble offensively, excuse me.
Belton serving. And it goes a long opportunity for Arizona.
14-7, it's a technical timeout, and the teams will sit, I believe.
Kalei Mao so focused, she's still hanging out at the net until head coach Steve Walker calls them over. Mason and Mao are just ready to keep on going.
For Steve Walker, he's got a rookie team basically on the beach. Kalei Mao barely has spent any time training in the sand, and Mia Mason new to the game as well.
So let's return to the action on court 2 while court 3 is in a timeout. Devlin serving for Arizona and then having to make that trip up to the net. Kletzby's an incredible defender. This one coming over her shoulder and just sends it short.
And that ball set way off the net, but Mackenzie Kletzby has the mindset, hey, I can still put this ball away with a little roll shot, and she does.
Yeah, it turns around, looks basically into the sun as it's starting to set, comes over her shoulder. I mean, everything wrong with that opportunity, and gets a kill out of it. The unforced errors, though, for Arizona, critical in first set, now again in second.
Well, it came down to the end, very end. It was a seesaw battle till I believe 21-21, and then a couple plays by USC's defense was the difference. Zoe Nightingale missing way too many serves for USC.
Let's return to the action on court number 3. Bustamante and Belton now with the sun behind them. Mason at the line serving, and Mao at the net. And a service ace for Mia Mason.
Great tough serve down the middle. Mia Mason and April Bustamante played indoor together a long time ago before April Bustamante opted just to go beach.
Mia Mason with that service error there.
Mia Mason has a great story, though. When she was 12 years old, they discovered a brain tumor on her cerebellum.
Yeah, brain cancer.
Brain cancer, and she had to have surgery. She went through 33 rounds of radiation, and for a couple years she fought nausea, balance, some issues with her vision, still has some issues out of her left eye, and people are amazed that she is playing a collegiate sport, because when you have something going on with your cerebellum, surgery, whatever, it affects balance and coordination. But Mia Mason, a great story in terms of overcoming the odds.
Yeah, she certainly did. And so when she arrived at Arizona planning to play indoor, and they said, you know, there's really not room for you to play, we need you to train outdoor. I mean, that's no big deal compared to what she faced as just a 12-year-old. And she has embraced the opportunity. Her mom telling us she's not sure whether she's going to play indoor next fall or not, because she's loving this so much.
Mia Mason, really a strong all-around player, can really be a good all-around beach player there. That ball drops in front off the deflection, off the block.
Mao grabbing the opportunity on 2. It didn't develop, but you can see the energy from her.
Calais Mao wants it. Her brain is thinking the right thing. The execution just isn't there. That ball is dropping too fast. Arm doesn't come up in time.
Well, and you said that about her in the earlier matches too, that there's some things that she does naturally that look beach to you.
Yeah, I feel like she sees the court pretty well. Her body's just not used to getting all the way to the ball. And sometimes you don't have time to get your arm all the way up.
Mao from Hawaii hasn't had a lot of beach time, but shuts down. She's had plenty of time at the net.
Great athlete, Calais Mao, with some time on the beach, could be outstanding. Here, Calais Mao, big press over on the net for the block and the Arizona point.
She got the country to notice her indoor with the heat she brings from the outside in the indoor program. Mason dig, Mao again. Nice set from Calais Mao, and Mason makes the most of it from 12 feet off.
That's a beachy play by Mia Mason, way off the net, set kind of low. Just gets her arm up, well placed. Top spin ball that drops in front of Jenna Belton, the retreating blocker.
6-point lead for Belton and Bustamante, but momentum perhaps to Mason and Mao right now in these last few points. But this is a long trip, as you've talked about, for Mao up to the net.
Mia Mason in perfect position. The ball came too slow for her to overhand dig that ball. If she gets her hands together, she can dig that ball overhand, just not with hands apart.
Service error still leaves the door a crack open for Arizona's Mao and Mason. Mason serving, the daughter of 2 sports stars at Arizona. Father Harvey, a basketball player. Mother Janine, a volleyball star at Arizona. You mentioned earlier her brother Trey playing basketball, so there wasn't much of a question where she was going to be headed to school.
That's for sure.
Born in Tucson, moved to Manhattan Beach at 2 years old. Mao saw what you were thinking. And there Mason, frustrated, she's lined up.
Some great athletic plays on the side of Mia Mason and Calais Mao, but they come up short. USC, set point.
Bustamante back to serve for the set. Heat and a service ace to end it. USC wins set 1 in the 4 pairs.
Big time ace by April Bustamante to seal the deal on the first set.
So USC has taken the first set in both the 4 and 5 pairs. And a service ace, a great way for April Bustamante to put an exclamation point on it.
Of spring sports all season long on Pac-12 Network, where champions play.
The Pac-12 Beach Volleyball Team Championship match is underway. The USC Trojans being challenged by the Arizona Wildcats. 2 courts of action happening right now. Arizona taking a little bit of a bump in the first set from both of these teams, the 4 pairs and the 5 pairs in action. We're going to return to court 2 where the 5 pair second set is underway. Joe Kremer back to serve for USC. Klespies brings heat to Kremer. And then there's Klespies chasing it down. Devlin puts it back over. Again, Klespies finds it. Kremer takes a look and goes short that way. Tape friendly.
Well, Devlin made a great run to get there for that short shot, and then it caught top of the tape and dropped on her.
Number 3.
Unlucky for Arizona.
Worst, it clocks her right in the chin, and it's a 3-0 SC run. Klespies. She has been able to put it away all day. Hens that one long over the hands of Nightingale.
But still, Arizona with the 1-point advantage in this second set. I've been impressed with this Arizona squad. They were very good against UCLA. They're hanging in there with Zojo for USC, who's a very strong team, especially at pairs 5.
Dane Blanton, the volunteer assistant for USC, talking to Kremer and Nightingale now. Zojo, as Coach Anna Collier calls her.
With a strong start.
This USC team has had plenty of success over the years, including last year the AVCA National Championship in Gulf Shores.
Finally able to win their first team as a school title. They had won the pairs title for USC, but as a whole program, last year was the first one for USC.
Yep, they're defending national champs, but this year, well, it's an NCAA-sponsored championship. So USC trying to douse their coach and take a dip in the ocean again as NCAA champions, but plenty of talent standing in the way. UCLA, Arizona, Pepperdine, Florida State, Georgia State, amongst the best teams in the nation.
Looking at Nicolette Martin, Allie Wheeler, the number 3 pair for USC.
The way this sport has grown over the years, very quick to reach the NCAA championship, the 90th sponsored championship by the NCAA.
And the first switch now of set 2 on court 3. The women Troy 6 and the Wildcats 1.
Klespies, sun in her eyes. Kremer goes and gets it.
She's there.
Klespies there, but Devlin reaching her arm back to try and dig it as well. Big point for USC to tie it up.
You mentioned earlier that the transition from indoor to outdoor, needing to have an apex on your set. What do you think of Nightingale's setting?
I love that set that she just gave Joe Kremer, and she's gotten really good at that. And she's doing a solid job facing her set, which is really important for the hitter. If your setter's facing the set, you know where the ball's going. When they're facing every which way, you never know how to read it off their arms.
Arizona's point there ends a 5-0 SC run. They had built a big lead, and Zojo made a comeback.
Big kill. Zoe Nightingale loves that cutback when she's a little bit inside on the left side. Good pass by Zoe Nightingale, who's a middle blocker indoors. Didn't pass a lot of balls, but shows she can do it all for USC.
Trying to go down the line.
Way too many service errors by Zoe Nightingale, 3 already, and she had a bunch in the first set as well.
Doesn't look like she took a lot of time before her serve
No,
either.
you absolutely have to take time, take a breath, and go back and do a good job from the service line.
Kremer goes off the hands as the court 2-5 pairs is now tied up at 13 apiece. On the other court, Belton and Bustamante with a 5-point lead in set 2.
I just feel like Mason and Mao are overmatched in terms of experience. Mason Mao, a new team, started about halfway through the season. And Jenna, Belton, and April Bustamante from the beginning have been playing together, developing that chemistry, that twinship that Coach Anna Collier from USC always talks about.
Ironic, she's one of the few teams at the top that doesn't have a set of twins on. The McNamara's of UCLA and Arizona's Wits.
Point for the Wildcats by Mia Mason. They switch sides on court 3, the women of Troy 9, Wildcats 5.
Klespies retreating Nightingale. She stays away from her. And here it is again, looking up into the sun. Does a deep pokey that's just perfect.
And a net violation by USC on the block, all tied up. This is almost exactly like the first game. I feel like the switch was 14 all. I also remember side switch at 21 all. Back and forth battle on court 2.
The women of Troy and the Wildcats meeting for the first time this season
serving
here in the Pac-12 Beach Volleyball Championships. Back to serve Haley Devlin.
Kremer passes, and the cut shot does not go, and so Arizona pops ahead by 1.
14.
And this set was tied up at 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, trading points.
Trading points, they've been doing it all match long.
Meanwhile, you mentioned USC service errors, 7 service errors in this match for SC.
In, Haley, in. Right here.
That one she lobs in.
Over, line, come on, Joe. Yes.
Devlin capitalizes.
In is better than an air because at least it gives your defense an opportunity to score, but I'd still like a little bit safer, strong serve.
12-7 as Belton and Bustamante on court 3 continue to roll against Mason and Mao. Another great set. Devlin hand digs that, and now over her shoulder. The pokey. And it's just over, too tight to the net.
Klespies everywhere, digging it. Little too tight, Devlin can't get there. SC point.
They continue to trade points, tied up at 16.
Black man number 44, Calais Mao. On the Wildcats point, technical timeout of the second set on court 3. Women of Troy 13 and the Wildcats 8.
Klespies, trouble pass. It works.
She even puts it away with a bump. If you're USC and the other team is bumping the ball over, you need to be ready to move and not leaning any way in particular.
I tell you what, anybody playing Klespies today has got to be thinking keep away is the best option. She is making something of everything. Nightingale from the outside. Devlin, big block.
Haley Devlin shows she's got some big size at the net as well. Zoe Nightingale tries to challenge her, hitting down into her basically.
A 2-point lead may not seem like much until you consider that the last time was at 10 points. Nightingale out of the middle where she's most comfortable. Klespies going to have to chase it. And track shoes are on for Arizona as they try to get it back under control.
That's a break for USC, but Arizona touching lots of balls defensively, giving themselves opportunities to score up 1, 18-17 in the second set.
USC's Zoe Nightingale at the back line. I hope she takes her time for this serve. They trail by 1 after winning the first set.
Well-placed shot by Haley Devlin. catches the line. Jo Kremer frustrated because she's actually sprinting towards that ball and it still beats her.
Wildcats up by 2.
Kremer with Devlin up, tries to go high line. Klespie's on the move. Gator dig.
Can we say enough good things about Mackenzie Klespie? She is a gamer. Comes up with the dig on the fast line shot, but had a good read on it and then a hard ball right at Zoe Nightingale for the kill.
Set point, Arizona. High line works just fine for Kremer.
That time Mackenzie Klespie's guessed, hey, I just dug her line shot. She's not going to go back at it, but guess what? She does.
Back to serve, Jo Kremer on court
It
number 2.
remains set point for Devlin and Klespie's of Arizona. What a nice serve from Kremer. But Klespie's gets around it. And of course, she's got the Midas touch, and it's going to go to a third set.
Devlin's set came off the net inside, and Klespie still finds a way to put it away for Arizona.
When we come back, they will go to a third set, and the action is sure to be quick. Klespie's has the Midas touch for Arizona.
Before 8.
Your retirement checkup. And let's chat about retirement.
Action on court 3. Belton and Bustamante are at match point versus Mason and Mao, looking to pick up the first point of this duel for USC, and Belton back to serve. Mason pass. Retreating blocker, Belton grabs it with an opportunity to put it away. Mao at the net. And the first point of the duel goes to USC as Belton and Bustamante sweep in 2.
The experienced team of Belton Bustamante, too much for Mason Mao, but I'll tell you, Mason Mao could be a team of the future once they get some more sand experience.
Belton and Bustamante pick it up, so it's now 1-0 at USC, and we return to the action on court number 2. This is the third set. It's a quick set. Kremer, Nightingale, Devlin, and Klespie split the first 2 sets. Kremer puts it away, and even Klespie's can't get it up.
Good start for USC. Both sets were back and forth, back and forth. I expect the same in this third set.
If Klespie's and Devlin are able to play the way they have the rest of today, they have the opportunity to tie this duel up at 1 apiece if they can beat Zojo.
Mackenzie Klespie's again with another kill. She's been so good all day long for Arizona.
Devlin serving, then running up at the net. Kremer, strong.
Good opportunity for Arizona to score, but Jo Kremer wins the joust at the net. Don't think she recognized that Jo Kremer was coming up second. Basically, you touch the ball second on the joust, usually you have a good chance to win it.
And certainly Kremer's kind of having the kind of day that you said that your career always was, and that she's seeing every ball.
Every serve, you have to dig every ball. That's just how it goes. And same thing for Mackenzie Klespie. That's the kind of player they are, and that's the pressure they want.
Mackenzie Klespie's back to serve.
On 2 with the option from Zoe Nightingale. Here's Klespie's. And that's a big block in front of her. She covers her own block, no one up. Oh, yes, the one-hand save. And now Nightingale lining up. She loves to hammer, and Devlin says, not here.
Haley Devlin snuck in from the side. Big time play for Arizona, but let's talk about Mackenzie Klespie's again. 2 big digs. Off to one-arm stab to keep it alive, and then in transition, her partner, Haley Devlin, comes up with a huge Arizona block.
Yeah, the third block for Devlin in this match. Klespies keeping the pressure on Kremer. Retreating blocker. Klespies gets one hand on it.
Devlin, good hustle to try and keep it alive. Can't do it out of the net. But Klespies touching everything.
To the line it goes.
Jo Kremer's got to put her running shoes on and just go. Keep going, because right now Mackenzie Klespies hitting every spot.
Devlin again serving Kremer.
Now on court number 1.
Kremer putting it away.
Good hard ball by Jo Kremer down the line, beating the retreating blocker Devlin. Again, tied up at 4-all.
Do you want to see them option any more for Nightingale, or if you're USC, are you happy with the way that it's going?
Every time Zoe Nightingale is optioned, I feel like Klespies is touching it or getting a good touch on it.
Over line, go line! Right here, just like.
Nightingale sets. It goes down the line, and Klespies lining up, sizing up her options. Goes up and over the hands of Nightingale.
Well, looked like Jo Kremer had an easy point scoring opportunity, but Klespies running to dig that ball down the line and makes it count for Arizona.
And on court 1, the 1 pairs have started. The Witt twins versus Clays and Hughes. Good friends, played against each other for the last 2 summers, and they're tied up at 3 apiece.
Lots of respect between these two pairs. They battled in the finals on Friday for the pairs championship for Pac-12. Clays and Hughes winning in 2 close sets.
Yeah, and Kelly Clays telling us before that match she loves playing against the Witts. They've played against each other for the last 2 summers. She said, you watch, we'll laugh ourselves through that entire match. And so we'll take a look at court 1 later on. But we're going to go back to court 2, the 5 pairs, as they are in the 3rd set. And they have been tied every step of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now tied up at 5s.
Jo Kremer misses her serve long. Klespies going to get her shot at the line.
8th service error for USC in this match. That's really opened up the door for Devlin and Klespies. Don't have to be perfect when there's that much going on. Nightingale, when she gets an opportunity, that's why people play Cape away.
Nice hang time by Zoe Nightingale, able to get that ball down the line. Zoe Nightingale needs to take a breath, focus on her serve.
Klespies, nice set. Nightingale pulls off. Ouch, the decisive call by Klespies, and she's right.
USC stats this, but point scoring opportunities. This team of Kremer Nightingale, they usually don't miss, but Jo Kremer's missed her last 2 opportunities off easy digs. Klespies making her think about it.
Kremer brings heat with no block.
Credit Zoe Nightingale for putting up a very nice ball for Jo Kremer to get up and bang. No blocker in front of her.
Tied up at 7. Kremer again stays away from Klespies. The block is waiting, and Devlin goes around it.
Good identification of the defense. Jo Kremer was still running to the other location instead of being stopped and reacting to that shot.
These 2 teams continue to trade blows. Devlin serving. Kremer with Devlin retreating. Klespies gets a piece of it, but it's only about 1.5 feet above the sand.
Jo Kremer feeling it right now, moving the ball around offensively. Zoe Nightingale in a nice rhythm, facing her set, up and down, and then Jo Kremer down the middle.
Kremer has had 7 kills out of the 8 points scored by USC in this set. They've traded blows each time. Nightingale. It's that 1 foot approach on the same.
Retreating block, Zoe Nightingale able to dig it. And running out of time, Zoe Nightingale likes to go off 1 foot. It's weird, that ball came off just 1 hand. Klesby's asking, hey, she can't dig it with 2 hands, but I think it only came off 1 hand. Another 9. Make that 9 service errors. That's 9 points you're giving the other team for SC.
Yep, in the match.
In this match, yes. That's a lot of points.
It is, and it's tied up at 9 right now, and USC for just a moment held a 1-point lead for the first time since the beginning. They've been trailing. They continue to trade blows back and forth, and they'll end up on the losing end of it.
Pretty snappy by Joe Kremer to take the lead.
In court 1, the 1 pairs Clays and Hughes with a first set lead, 12-5. As an incredible 10th service error for USC ties it up at 10.
When a match is this close and you're missing that many serves, it really hurts.
Dane Blanton talking to his team. You and I both know Dane really well. He's not mincing words right now in terms of talking to this team about some of the things they need to do to eliminate those errors.
Roll shot for the point by McKenna Witt.
Nightingale rolls over.
Nice elevation. Good decision by Zoe Nightingale to go over the block instead of challenge. She's a player who likes to hit the ball, but the defense was well formed on that last
play. Devlin goes up, says nobody's coming up with me, and just pokes it where they're not.
Well, they're going after Devlin, testing her. She's in the middle of the court. Well executed by Haley Devlin to go with that short poke shot.
In this third set, it's been tied at every single point, 1 through 11. Tied up. Nightingale, if you serve her, she's going to score.
Big high swing off the hands of Devlin, the blocker. USC on a little bit of a run.
If they continue to trade points back and forth, Devlin and Klesby's on the losing end of that trade as they're 1 behind right now. They're going to need to score 2 consecutive to get the upper hand. And instead, it's SC who scores 2 consecutive.
But I like USC testing Devlin. Joe Kremer, her toss is so low. If it was 2 inches higher, I think her serve would be much more consistent, but able to get a little shank on that pass. USC point.
We talked about the 10 service errors for USC. On the other side of that, they've had 5 service aces. That one well timed.
Well, I like service aces, obviously, but I think there's a fine line that you walk staying aggressive. 10 service aces in 1 match, and we're only
10 errors, yeah.
Excuse me, 10 errors is too many.
Yeah. 10 aces is never too many.
No.
At this moment, a 2-point lead as you see some medical attention being played, and Anna Collier, the head coach of this USC program, number 1 ranked program in the nation.
Looks like Anna Collier overseeing the situation, but over on court 2, it looks like a medical timeout. Mackenzie Klesby's getting her ankle taped, her left ankle. Zoe Nightingale, Joe Kremer trying to stay focused. Coach Dane Blanton keeping them focused.
And so as they pay attention to that ankle of Klesby's, ends up being her right ankle. And they were looking at the bottom of her foot as well, so I can't tell if they were covering up something on the bottom of her foot.
Not quite sure. Never saw an injury, and she's moving pretty well.
Resuming action now on court 2. The server is number 25, the sophomore Joe Kremer.
13-11 lead for SC. Kremer gonna go up and goes over the head of Devlin, and it is match point USC.
USC distancing themselves on the side switch, 14-11. Some tough serves, still keeping the pressure on Devlin.
If Kremer and Nightingale can just finish this out, USC with a 2-0 lead in this duel, and then the attention shifts to the one pairs. The Wits, the identical twins out of Arizona, and their friends and foes, Clays and Hughes, who something are the best pair in the nation.
Over no line! Go, Joe! Right here, easy at the net.
Kremer puts it away for USC, and the match goes to Kremer and Nightingale.
30 kills for Joe Kremer, who really turned it on late in this match with some big digs and transition swings for USC.
And so that puts USC at 2-0 in this duel. When we return, more action. After USC finished on a 4-0 run, we're going to take a look at the ones, the Wits versus Hughes and Clays.
The Battle of the Bay is in Palo Alto.
Watch your team anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back, Merle Norman Stadium. Plenty of action happening all weekend long. The Pac-12 Beach Volleyball Team Championship match. USC with a 2-0 lead in this duel. And Holly, take us through it.
Well, Belton Bustamante, very experienced beach team, won the first point, and then Kremer Nightingale won a battle against Mackenzie Klespies and Haley Devlin. Right now, Clays Hughes won the first set against the Witt twins from Arizona. They only need one more point to seal the deal and win the Pac-12 championship.
Yeah, Clays and Hughes won it 21-10, but we're going to take you to the action that's just gotten underway on court number 3. And it is the two pairs, Bonomi and Schultz and Strange and Vukovic. Tied up at 2 apiece. Alexis Strange, service in the net.
This Arizona team is very feisty. Good defense by Gianna Bonomi in the backcourt. And Kat Schultz is big at the net. Lefty who can option on 2 when Bonomi comes up with the big dig.
You got it.
Strange, nice set. Vukovic puts it away.
Kat Schultz has to get in front of her hitter to take away some court. Otherwise, Bonomi is going to have a long day.
Bonomi, sun in her eyes, passes.
Go!
And then hits Strange. What a diving set. It was perfect. And Vukovic thanks her with a kill.
What a set by Alexis Strange to set up her partner Sophie Vukovic for the kill.
While this action will continue, we're going to go to court 1, where Clays and Hughes will face the Witt twins in set number 2. If Clays and Hughes win this set, USC becomes the team title champions. Madison Witt puts it away.
Madison Witt aggressive against the big Kelly Clays block. 42-0 is the record for this team this year. They've lost only one set.
Hughes sends it wide.
Sarah Hughes elevating, just a missed contact with her hand, hitting there, and Arizona leading 2-0 in the second set.
Clays, options on 2. McKenna Witt was sharp. Little knuckle from Kelly Clays and a big smile.
Good transition ball by USC. Arizona, fantastic dig to keep it alive, just cannot convert.
Really interesting conversation with Clays and Hughes earlier this weekend. I mean, this is the team that holds the national pairs title. They hold the Pac-12 pairs title, and they told you and I that when they play, they wonder, could April Ross dig that? Would that get past Carrie Walsh? They're comparing themselves to an incredibly high standard, planning for a career in the pros.
Well, I think that's important. When you're undefeated, you need to push yourself like that. I know they played together all summer in opens, and really tried to push their level, competed on the AVP tour because they want to get better as a team.
Sarah Hughes with the kill. 10 minutes till
And yet the beauty of a team sport, it all just counts as 1 point, whether you're 1 or 5. And so Hughes and Clays have been well supported by a USC team that has been incredibly strong all season.
Good fast line shot by McKenna Witt from the left side. Elevates to clear the big block of Kelly Clays.
Back to serve, number 21 is McKenna Witt.
On 2, Clays sees the opening.
Kelly Clays can hurt you in so many different ways. She's ambidextrous. She gets up. She can hit the ball, shoot the ball, poke the ball. Kelly Clays and Sarah Hughes are a very dangerous team. And right now, USC switching to the sunny side. There's shade covering about half the court. And I hated when half the court was shaded and the other half was sunny because visually it's hard to track the ball from sun to shade and shade to sun.
And you see on the side switch, getting their sunglasses from head coach Anna Collier. Wow, what a serve from Clays. It's wide, but scary.
Kelly Clays just bombing it down the line. She likes to go very aggressive down her lines.
Madison Witt serving. Crushed by Sarah Hughes.
Did you hear that sound that made when it hit the sand? I like it. Sarah Hughes elevates for the big kill.
Hughes came in as a freshman, and Anna Collier told us she could make a living off of ball control, and frankly, she has. What a dig, and then up quickly, and then strength, pushing Witt to the ground.
Big time joust at the net. Sarah Hughes elevates and pushes hard. Madison Witt there, but touched it first, and you know the rule on a joust. You touch it first, you're not going to win.
Fearless hand setting for McKenna Witt.
And Madison Witt is so pretty to watch go up and hit the ball from the right. I dream of having an arm swing like that. Fantastic, just a whip of an arm.
Serving Hughes again, and she is just deadly as well. Hughes gonna stay up and block. And Clays comes up.
Kelly Clays loves that little short cutback on the pokey. You have to anticipate that on a broken play.
Bonomi and Schultz with a 2-point lead over Bukovic and Strange. First set action for the two pairs. Pokey. And the attempt at maybe the Kong block. One hand up, not enough.
You have to relax on those balls when the ball sneaks over the net. This ball tight. Madison Witt unable to control it.
This is the first USC lead in this set. Big dig. Oh no, the sisters both together. Passing the ball.
Unfortunate because that was a free ball and I wondered what was going to happen. Madison Witt hammers this ball, comes over right down the middle. Nobody calls it. And then an unfortunate error for Arizona.
Never see that between these two. Feels like Madison's been doing most of the passing. I don't know if that's just because people are serving her, but she's got the bigger arm, yes?
Madison definitely seems to have the bigger arm.
Well, McKenna makes it right from the outside.
McKenna has great placement as well, finds the kill down the middle with nobody blocking her.
Yeah, it's really futile, isn't it, to decide who has the bigger arm, who has the better hands. They're both incredibly skilled, about as identical as you can be in skill level as well, but Madison handles most of the blocking. And McKenna tries to have that one, trails it right into Figueroa.
Somebody just popped a ball on Figueroa.
Yeah, and you can kind of see it bouncing around the cars out there. Nice calm chase by Hughes. What a set by Clays. And then just so smart from Madison.
Well, if you're Sarah Hughes, you have to honor the power of Madison Witt in the cross court, but this time she opts for the roll shot over, but stopping on her retreat, digging the short ball. Pretty play for Arizona.
The attempt down the line ends up in the net. And Clays and Hughes with a 2-point lead. Clays with heat. McKenna. Yeah, she's got plenty of power.
Beautiful turn by McKenna Witt. Kelly Clays dropping because that ball set in the middle and kind of off the net, but Mackenzie Witt down the line.
Jumps on the line. An ace serve for Arizona.
Madison Witt just went line to line, and boy, that came fast.
An ace followed by an error, and it's a 1-point lead for Clays and Hughes.
Good lead because Wits are definitely playing better in the second set, but USC controlled the first.
Plenty of fun being had here at Merle Norman Stadium. Action continuing after the break.
Chance is someone to watch it go.
With a 2-0 lead in this Pac-12 Beach Volleyball Championship match duel, and the ones on court one are showing their skill. The Witt sisters just tied it back up at 11 in set 2.
So Hughes digs at Kelly Clays. Good pursuit to try and keep it alive, but no chance.
We talk, Holly, about adjustments all the time. The Wits have already surpassed their point total in set number 1. What's been the difference?
Well, I think they're serving the ball really tough. You saw an ace. We have not seen too many for them. This time McKenna Witt's going to block at the line. Madison takes her turn as a defender. Good hustle to keep it alive. Look at Madison go, keeps it alive. McKenna runs to the net to block.
You know, if there's any pair in beach volleyball that can tell the Witt sisters apart, it probably is Clays and Hughes, though I don't know how much it'll help you. As Madison has a short shot, going to go up and try to block Clays.
Madison Witt trying to avoid the pole, made kind of an awkward move with her arm and back. Good effort, but you see she sees the pole kind of, trying to avoid with her neck. Those types of moves scare me. You can get kinks in the neck, back. Looks like she's okay.
Just happy to see her up, but you do see her cranking her neck around to the side. And that ball gets away from her long.
Her arm didn't get up as quick as it did the previous play. Still adjusting.
USC a 3-0 run after being tied up at 11. Madison, a couple of hitting errors in a row. Very uncharacteristic since taking that dive.
Back-to-back hitting errors. And that is definitely unusual, but a timeout would be good if she's hurting, just to regroup.
Clays thanks her with a service error of her own.
Back to serve is Madison Witt. Nicolette Martin back to serve now on court number 2.
Clays bombs it down the line.
You know Madison Witt's not feeling good when she sends her sister McKenna to the net to block. Stays back to play D.
On the side switch, glasses come off for SC, glasses go on for Arizona. You're allowed to do a slow walk, and now apparently the conversation's been had, and Steve Walker's going to call a timeout.
I think that's good. Trainer looking at Madison Witt, not feeling great. Don't think they called the medical timeout, just regrouping, trying to give themselves time.
Well, Arizona may have just played their way into an at-large bid. Let's take a look again at the dive.
She recognizes she's close to the pole. She turns her head to avoid, but stretching out with your arm. Ooh, I don't think she hit, but the trying to avoid was the thing that tweaked her. Like a strain high up behind your neck and low.
Yeah, if the right side of her head didn't hit the padded pole, then it was because she had so much strength stopping it, and she's feeling it on her left side. And this is the Pac-12 Beach Volleyball Team Championship. First ever, Arizona has played their way into it with wins over USC and wins over Washington and UCLA to face USC. USC leads this duel 2-0. This is a very important match.
It is an important match, and Coach Anna Collier just signaled to us that Arizona is taking a medical timeout. I think that's a smart decision, but that was certainly short-lived. Madison got checked out and is back in action.
If Clays and Hughes go on to win this set, USC wins the team title, the first ever Pac-12 team title. But there's even more at stake than that. Arizona may have played themselves into an at-large bid in the NCAA tournament. They have certainly presented a good case. They need Madison Witt to be healthy.
Exactly.
Madison goes up to hit, gets a kill.
I think Arizona's made a great case for themselves. Big win over UCLA today when everything was on the line.
The criteria, you have to be over 500. They talk about strength of schedule. There's in terms of the quality wins. Hawaii also looking at an at-large bid, perhaps. North Florida has made a push as of late.
But big wins are important when the committee looks at it, and I think today for Arizona was huge.
Now that's why the NCAA committee pushed back actually the time they were going to make that announcement until after this tournament was done. A service ace by Kelly Clays.
Kelly Clays is mean, going right at Madison Witt when her neck's bothering her.
Hey, I talked to you and Barb Fontana at the break, and you guys would do it for sure.
Absolutely, I'm just kidding.
7-2 SC run and a service error. And you can bet that Clays and Hughes, and I know that you know this, will be the first to check out Madison Witt when the game's over. Good friends these two pairs are. Nice hands by Hughes, put away by Clays.
USC just marching along, playing a steady side-out game. That's an area where they've really improved this season as a team. They're so steady, both of them siding out, and Kelly Clays finding Sarah Hughes set, so a lot of people don't even want to serve Sarah Hughes.
Kelly Clays on the net. And the last touch was Witt. This is championship point. Sarah Hughes serving Madison Witt. And Witt sends it wide. USC has won the first ever Pac-12 Women's Beach Volleyball Team title.
Big time win against a very hot Arizona team. USC feeling all sorts of confidence heading into the NCAA tournament next weekend.
Fitting as it was, USC ended on a 10-3 run on the strength of their ones pairs. Clays and Hughes, 44 straight wins this year for Kelly Clays and Sarah Hughes.
And you hope on the other side of the net, Madison Witt is okay. She can get some medical attention, get worked on, so she is healthy when they get the bid for NCAAs.
We're going to step away and then come back and wrap it all up. All smiles for the women of Troy as they are the first ever Pac-12 Beach Volleyball Team Champions.
Golfer, we introduce you to Stanford star Maverick McNeely.
USC defended home court and became the first ever Pac-12 beach volleyball team champions with a sweep over Arizona. As they celebrate on the court of Merle Norman Stadium, Holly McPeak joins into the fray, and Holly surrounded by the women of Troy.
Congratulations to the USC Trojans, the first ever Pac-12 team champions today. And they are fired up here with Sarah Hughes winning, clinching it for USC today from the pairs. How important was this win for you heading into NCAAs?
I mean, it was really important, but overall as a team, we all earned this, and we're happy to make history today, and we're excited to go to Gulf Shores and carry this win into that.
With two big wins over Arizona and UCLA, two teams who you could see on Gulf Shores, does that give you a lot of confidence going in?
Yeah, I think it does. That was our first time as a team we faced Arizona, and we played UCLA a couple of times, but we're excited and we're ready to compete and win the first ever NCAA national championship.
Nice. Coach Anna Collier, I know this was one of your goals for the season. How confident are you in this squad?
I love the squad. This squad has worked so hard to get together. We started a little separated. We had so many team meetings. The captains, Sarah and Sophie, brought this team together. We have what we call twinship. We've worked hard on it, and now I really think we're going into the NC2As, one team, one color, and we're going to win together.
Anna Collier, great motivator right here. Right back to you, Anne-Marie.
What fun it has been here in Merle Norman Stadium. Action all weekend long, but USC in control, the #1 team in the nation, celebrating. And there you see Clays and Hughes, good friends, 44-0 this season, undefeated, but all those other players have done their work. USC proving to be one of the deepest teams in the nation, 1 through 10. Excited to head towards Gulf Shores as they will challenge for a national title. But first, USC will celebrate as 2016's Pac-12 beach volleyball team title. Thanks so much for joining us here on Pac-12 Network. For our director, Gary Milkus, our producer, Billy Chusett, and my partner, Holly McPeak, I'm Anne-Marie Anderson saying history was made on the campus of USC.